Hi everybody, this is Danielle and I'm going to show you some more to do with those bracelets that we made. So this bracelet is a little bit more complicated than the other, and because of this is a weave. So before I just throw you into how to do a weave on a bracelet, because as you can see they're quite tiny, I am going to show you how to do a general weave. So first you're going to need a piece of paper, any size, it doesn't really matter, and you're going to need to do some lines that you can cut up. So luckily for me, as you can see, my lovely green board has some nice lines on it. So if you square up your paper with those lines, you can make some really nice straight lines using those lines and a ruler. If you haven't got that, what I would say is to go along the bottom, mark up, and then go along the top and mark up, and then put your ruler between the two marks and draw your lines. Okay, once you've drawn your lines, it should look something like this. Now what you want to do is you want to cut these, so straight up each line, but you want to leave a gap at the top. So if you're a bit like me and if you go over lines, just draw yourself a line to stop at. So just draw a line, and that's where I'm going to stop. So I'm going to cut all these lines up to that line. Ta-da! So this is how it looks after you've cut it. And if you notice, I just put a little bend at the top as well, flatten that as best I can. Now you need some different coloured paper. Now I did this out of an A4 sheet, folded in half and then cut out. So the size of this is the side of an A4 sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some lines on some different coloured paper. So again, I'm going to do it this way. It's a tiny bit awkward, but it should be better to do it this way. So again, I'm lining it up with my squares, but if you want to, you can mark out in centimetres up and centimetres up, and then you just join your little dots across. I'm obviously joining line to line on my mat, and I'm going to do about 5 with this colour, and I'm going to do 5 with a different colour. Right, so that's 5 with this colour. So I'm just going to cut these strips completely out. Okay, so I've done 5 yellow strips and I've done 5 red strips. Okay, to fill it we need a lot more, but for now these will do because I'm just going to show you how to do this. So I'm bringing back my sheet. Now what you need to do to weave is every other one needs to be picked up like this, and that is the reason for the fold at the top. So every other one is picked up, and this is how to start it. So you're just going to pick up every other one, like this. Now this is how to weave with paper. You can also weave with wool, and that's slightly different again. So what we're doing is we put one strip of paper all the way along up to the edge, and then we're going to bring all of these back down onto that strip of paper. And that is how you weave with paper. Now for the next line, it's going to be all the ones that we didn't pick up. Now this time, instead of taking them up to the fold, we're going to go under, over the next one, under the next one, over the next one, and you're going to keep doing that, under and then over. So you might have to just pick it up a little bit to put it under and push it down a little bit to go over. Under and over. Under. Oops, it's the end of the red there. And over. And we do that all the way across. Under and over. And just pushing the red through. Making sure it goes under one and over the next. Like a train going through its tunnels. Ta-da! Like that. Now when we push that one up to the yellow, this end is just playing. When you push it up to the yellow, you'll see that the red is at different points to the yellow. Okay, so yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, red, like that. And then you do it all again. So the next one will be the same as the top one, which is the yellow. So again, I will do all the yellow in yellow and all the red in red so that you can see what's happening. But these colours can be done any way you want. So again, this time we go over the first one, then under the second one, over, under, over, under, and that's how you weave your way across the paper. Just making a little bridge, and if you do get stuck, just carefully tease it over or under that piece of paper. And again, push it up to the last one, just like that. If you need to straighten it up, you can always just push it across or pull it from the other side until it straightens up on the paper. And you do that again for the red. So again, opposite way round, and again for the yellow. So this is what your paper weave would look like. Now obviously when you're doing a bracelet, it's not this big. It's only really tiny on the bracelet. So you do the bracelet exactly the same as you did last time. So you draw out your bracelet like you did before, but this time, because you're going to weave at the side, what you're going to do is you're going to need to find the centre. So my centre is 13, and then I'm going to count out 1 centimetre to each side of that, 2, 3, 4. So I've now got an 8 and a 17, so I'm going to put a little dot at 8 and a little dot at 17, and I'm just going to draw a straight line down. Now it doesn't matter because this is in pencil, so I can rub it out if I want to rub it out. And that is where my design is going to go. So this is the design bit without the weave, so that's where that's going to go. And then the weave at the side, I'm going to again draw my centimetre lines up the side of my bracelet. bit wonky there, I've got the camera in front of me. And then what I would do is cut those lines. When I cut out this bracelet, cut those lines, but I would do my design first. So let's see, what shall we put on our design this time? Oh, that's a big pen. Let's find a little thin one. It's a good day. And then I would colour that in and cut it out. So for my bracelet, I've decided to go for 2 colours that are going to be weaved in between these. Now I've worked out that about 8 either side is good, so I'm going to need 8 out of both of these. So again, I would measure up and cut them. Now they don't have to be a full centimetre, these, so you just see how many you can get out of what you've coloured in. And as you can see, I've left some room, so if I need to make more, I can. And once you've got them, you cut them out. Once all the coloured bits of paper are cut out, I'm now going to weave them into my bracelet using the same technique as what we did at the beginning. So this is the weave done. Now if you found that any of your bits go right over the edge, you can always just trim them off. But once it is done, this is where you add your sellotape. Now make sure it's all together, and again remember to get rid of the static on your sellotape by doing lots of up and down, and then get over that bracelet, over the top, and once you feel that it's there, straight down on top of it. Now remember, on this one you have to tape front and back, otherwise some of your weave might come undone. Once that's done, just to remind you, find your longest side and put that underneath. Go over the top with your sticky. On the inside, fold it back to front, and then stick it to the inside so that it's inside and outside. And then there you have your weaved bracelet. So it's a little bit harder than the other ones that we've done. The other ones didn't have the weave, they were just nice and basic, no weaving. Just nice positive things to say. You are awesome, be excellent, it's a good day. And you can wear these, and like I say, you can give them to your friends once we're out of isolation, or maybe you could post them if you know your friend's address, or you could give them as presents to your family who you're with. How lovely is that? Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this being a little bit complicated on the bracelets that we did last time. Thanks very much. Bye for now.